Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Lenny, back at it again with another video. I'm so sorry, guys, that it has been such a long time since I've last released one. I think it was last week even. Yeah, it's been over 7 days, which is unheard of. Well, not really. I took a whole year off at one point. But today I wanted to make a video that I've been trying to make for a little while now, and I just haven't had the time for it. And that is why you should build your car on a budget. So let's get rolling. Before we get on with this video, make sure you guys consider subscribing if you haven't already. It really helps the channel. It's really cool that you guys enjoy the Accord content. Really appreciate you guys for that. But yeah, let's get on with it. So as you can see here behind me, I have the Accord, and the Accord is something I've been working on for the past 3 years now. I think it's been just a little bit over 3 years actually. And you know, it's been quite a ride. It's been so wild. It started stock, everything just stock, and it has turned into this beautiful monster. Look at that thing. Whew. Posted up there. As you guys know, we put in the bags in the rear again, so that's why we are so slammed right now. And of course the front is not, so it's got a little bit of a height difference there, but that is that is just fine. I don't really care. I like airing out just in the rear, because the rear is really what's been giving me trouble lately, especially since the wheels rub so much, and so I have to keep it really high up, so at least when I get to park it, I get to air out in the rear, and it gives it a better stance. Alrighty guys, so the first reason you might want to build your car on a budget is simply because it costs too much to build a car normally. And you know, that's just how it is with any hobby. Anything you're doing, it's gonna cost a lot of money, but if you can build it on a budget, you will save a tremendous amount. And I just mean, like, I've saved so much money just building this Accord. It's taken a longer time, but I have definitely made some really great advances on it. So what you guys have to think about when you're building on a budget is, where can you find the best deals? And that may vary depending on where you are. If you have a lot of a certain make, model, culture in your area, it might be cheaper. And if you have a lot of people who have the same car, it's going to be way easier to find parts for them for super cheap if they're letting things go, if they're upgrading and all that. For example, I had those wheels. Those wheels are actually Heritage 3-piece wheels. They're directional wheels. They're the Heritage Hokkaidos, and they are absolutely amazing. But the way I found those wheels was my buddy Roger hooked it up big time when he actually linked me to the post. Most of the time you pay around $2 to $3 grand for a set of wheels that are that dished. So those wheels were actually a steal. I got those for about $2 grand with 2 tires, and then I just had to buy an extra 2, get them mounted, so it cost roughly about $2,300 total, and that is insane if you know anything about wheels, especially with the correct offset. These are 18 by 11 in the rear and 18 by 10 in the front. So while that may not be the greatest example, how about these right here? These Mustang fender flares that these Mustang fender flares that you see on the car actually cost me $100, and I actually just found somebody who was in the area that really didn't like them, and they were on his Mustang before, and I ended up picking them up without even knowing if they were gonna work or not. I kind of just test fitted them just a little bit, and they seemed like they were gonna look really good, so we ended up picking them up, and that was perfect. It was so good, and in fact, they're so good the front literally lines up with the Honda Factory Performance lip kit in the front, and then it sits right along the door line for that rear end portion of that. Another one of the things that I got for this car that was super cheap and I thought was a steal was the Widebody hardware on this car. I got them at my local screw shop, even though they didn't have dress-up hardware and all that. I made a whole video on that as well, so if you guys want to check that out, that will be linked down below. Make sure you go get that cheap hardware. Don't spend a ton of money, and you know, that's what we're all about. We're doing the budget build. That's why we do the budget build, so we don't have to spend as much money. The second, oh my god, there is a train passing right behind me right here. So the second reason you might want to build on a budget is because it really drives your creativity. Well, you have to be creative in the first place, but it really makes you think about the little things that you could do to your car that would add a lot to it that you normally wouldn't do if you went out and just bought parts for it, you know? Like everything's made for your car, you just go and buy it, then that's great. And you don't really, I mean, it looks like every other car though that has that same kit or whatever. For this car, I decided that I was gonna go really crazy custom. I did the ducktail on the back there. You guys know that. There's a link to that in the description as well. And then the wide body flares. Of course, they don't even fit. They're not supposed to be for the Accord. There is no aftermarket support for these 7th gen Accords actually. Besides the Honda factory stuff, it's just the lip kit really. So not much in terms of aftermarket support and all that. So you kind of get forced to be more creative and create your own car, craft it into something that you think is really unique and really cool. The third reason you might want to build your car on a budget is because you get to enjoy the process and you get to enjoy the entire build along the way. Even if there's a ton of mess ups and you screw things up, everything to me is a learning opportunity, so take it as such. When I first started working on this car, I had no idea whatsoever what I was doing, but I just started adding things to it and some things looked awful. I did a foam and clay mold of a ducktail on my trunk at one point, and that was not my proudest moment. I did some fiberglass overlay on it and pulled it and then tried to attach it to the car. It did not look good at all. So you just have to enjoy the trials and errors. I mean, you know, tons of people made fun of me for it, but I was like, you know what? I still want to do the ducktail. I still want to make it look good, and here it is. It looks amazing. I mean, still hasn't even gotten paint on it yet, which I have been pushing off. Don't have the time, don't have the budget for it right now. And of course, we're building on a budget so we can enjoy taking our time on the Accord, right? So that applies to any car at all. Anything that you want to build, make sure you do it and enjoy the process. Enjoy seeing it change as you go. It's been 3 whole years and I have not stopped enjoying the process of building this Accord. It has turned into something so cool. Of course, anybody can just walk up, buy all the parts all at once, and then have some shop do it. That's not the point. The point of building your car is to make it yours. If you're not doing the work yourself, then why are you doing it at all? When you do your own work, you get to explain to people the process and how much time you took doing it and why you chose the things you chose. And it's a good learning opportunity, and you always learn along the way, even if you screw up, especially if you screw up. Well, there's another train crossing. Oh, that was a short one. Okay, yeah. I thought it was gonna be more than one car, but it was only one engine and one car. That's kind of funny. You can see it over there, actually. It's so short. That's it. It's just those 3. So the fourth and final reason you might want to build your car on a budget is very closely tied to the third reason, and that is you get to learn what you're doing on your car. As obvious as that sounds, it's really not actually, because if you think about it, even if you buy parts that are custom crafted for your car or bolt-ons or whatever, you don't really get to understand what you're doing a lot of the time, especially if you're cutting fenders and creating ducktails and stuff like that, instead of just slapping on a ducktail or having a shop do your work or just not really doing anything that's super involved. You know, I've done a ton of work on this car inside and out, and I've learned every little detail about my center console, about my suspension, how to take it on and off really quickly, and I've done that just throughout a long period of time. And I've done it so many times now that I can, well, the first time I took off my suspension, it actually took me like 14 hours because I broke a bolt. And then the second time it took me like 3-4 hours, and then The third time is when it started speeding up, and then I was doing bags, back to static, back to bags again, and that was taking like 45 minutes every time without air tools or electrical tools at all. It was all by hand. So that's taking off the wheels, taking off the suspension, going into the car, taking out the rear struts and all of that. So you really get to learn everything about your car when you work on it for such a long period of time, and over time you get to see what problems arise, what happens when you do things a certain way, and that's really great learning opportunities. So why talk about this? Well, because if you really think about it, the car culture is amazing, and when you get to hang out with all your friends who have really cool cars as well, you get to really help each other out and learn from each other. And when you know what you're doing, then it makes the process even better, because now people can ask you for help instead of you asking everybody else for help all the time. And maybe you're doing similar mods, maybe you're doing a stereo install, maybe you're doing another wide body. I actually helped Steven do his wide body when we were cutting and everything, test fitting all of his flares and all that and bolting it all in. I helped him do that, and then I learned it for myself for when I did it on my car. So it's really cool to be able to create that group interaction and also be able to help other people diagnose their problems, and it feels good, you know, like everybody's helping each other, and that's the car culture. And there you go, that's 4 reasons you should build your car on a budget. I guess 3 and 4 are kind of closely tied, so maybe 3 reasons. That's besides the point. If you guys enjoyed that video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, comment down below what you guys want to see next, and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps. If you guys made it to the end of this video, I really appreciate you, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace. I love that.